Hey, my name is Zach Bateman. I'm frontman for the band Pretty Frankenstein. Thank you for joining us and hanging out. Cool. So I guess I'll start with this song that's actually the latest single that we just put out. And the actual single is on Bandcamp and features our friend Chelsea Rose of the band Bite. They're a super cool like rock and roll band from SF, and all the proceeds from that single are actually going to go to helping bail funds and freedom funds and other like LGBT and Black Lives Matter like charities and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna kind of spread it all out and kind of give as much as we can to each organization. So right now we're just trying to kind of rack up as much donate as many donations as we can so we can give more to those charities. But 100% of everything we make from the song will go straight towards that. So yeah, it's called Voltaire. Here we go. Feel I actually had originally planned to put that on the last album that I put out, The Hanged Man, named after the tarot card from the tarot decks and from the Rider-Waite tarot decks. And I ended up not putting it on there for some reason because I only wanted a certain amount of tracks on that album. And then it turned out to like super fit the vibe of this album that's coming out, Sounds of Revolt. So I don't know, it's got that same kind of like fuck authority, rebellious sound to it that I think kind of fits the whole, you know, message of the upcoming album. So yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So it's about a few things, but like so it started off, I had a couple of these songs that pertain to essentially just like rebellious figures in history that kind of you know, broke down the barriers of what people consider the norm, you know? So it started off as that. And so we had songs like the one I just played, like Voltaire, where, you know, Voltaire was a writer that challenged everybody's opinions and thoughts on religion. And he was actually incarcerated and arrested for his what they considered blasphemous preachings of essentially like freedom, of telling people like, hey, like, we don't need to follow Christianity, we don't need to follow Catholicism or any of this, like we can live our own lives and be who we are. And he was you know, he was essentially cast out for that until, you know, people started to catch on. So it started off kind of like that, where, you know, we talk about that. There's one song that we have with our friend Naji Amaran, who runs Oakland Mine. There's one song with him where we're talking about witchcraft and the trials that that the women in Salem went through for being, you know, considered evil, and, you know, because they did things like, you know, instead of going to doctors for medicine, they created their own with herbs, following, you know, crystals and the healing properties that they have, and stuff like that. And so we had a couple of these songs that we were working on, and then George Floyd pretty much happened. And, you know, it's something that we've been fighting for years, you know, the Black Lives Matter movement, and just, you know, the movement against police brutality. That's something, you know, I've been a part of for like a long time. And I think George Floyd was the last straw for a lot of people. So with that in mind, I just kind of started writing and did not stop writing new songs. And now I think we're looking at 13 or like 12 or 13 tracks that'll essentially be within that same realm of thought of, you know, like things need to change. Like, you know, the people are speaking out, and, you know, they're fucking outraged. So yeah, I mean, that's essentially where the album came from. Yeah, so with that in mind, I think I'll play, I don't know if I'm gonna play one of the bluesy songs or one of the hip hop songs. You know what? I'll go with the same vein as, because I only have like, you know, 4 songs, I think. So I'll go with the same vein of the last song that we were just playing. Let me see if hopefully I remember it. If not, I'll go on to something else. So here we go. This is the title track. This is Sound of Revolt. Sounds of Revolt, excuse me.
This is the sound of the music. This is the sound of the stereo. This is the sound of revolution. Come on, come on, come on. This is the sound of the music. This is the sound of the stereo. This is the sound of revolution. Come on, come on, come on. All the lives gone and cops getting off. White House agitates, but we're fighting them off. Thanking mom and dad for the mess they made. We were born into war, we're the ones they blame. Stand proud and tall in the face of the hate, but you can only speak out if you say what we say. Remember what they told you when you tried to be peaceful. Man, it's been a long time, now it's time for a revolt. This is the sound of the music. This is the sound of the stereo. This is the sound of revolution. Come on, come on, come on. I said, come on, come on, come on. Your answer is keeping it neutral. You're the problem and the wretched and futile. Closeted racist, announcing the causes. Colorblind statements, fearing the progress. This ain't about the posts you see on your feed. This is someone's real life and a fight to be free. Wanna talk about destruction and the damage from riots. You don't see a fucking murder as a worst form of violence. This is the sound of the music. This is the sound of the stereo. This is the sound of revolution. Come on, come on, come on. This is the sound of the music. This is the sound of the stereo. This is the sound of revolution. Come on, come on, come on. I said, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on.
Something like that. I don't know. I've never played that live before. I'll see if I can rap and play at the same time. Because another thing about this album is, as you know from the song that we did together with Kigh, is I've been a hip hop artist on and off for the past 10, 11 years, and I haven't really put that into my other albums. I haven't put that into the other Pretty Frankenstein albums at all, because I always wanted everything to be cohesive as far as sound and vibe. But with this album, I'm kind of just throwing that all to the wind and being like, fuck it. If people don't like it, because if people don't like a track on this album because it's a hip hop song, then I really don't need them as fans. You know what I mean? Like, I have like a little bit of that goth punk following, but there's too much ignorance when it comes to black music in those followings. In the punk, in the goth, in the metal, the horror, all of those genres, there's way too many people in there that are, essentially boomers or Gen Xers that are like, oh, well, if I do like any hip hop, it's 90s hip hop, or I don't like anything with auto tune, or I don't, I don't think hip hop is real music. So, fuck those people. So this album is literally going to be a mixture of everything. There's going to be hip hop tracks. There's going to be straight up funk tracks. There's going to be blues tracks, punk, rock shit. Like it's pretty much all over the place. So let me see if I can. Hope that wasn't too long of an intro. There's a video for this one called, and this one's called Disband and Dismantle. So there's a video for it on YouTube.
First generation American, not giving up on my heritage. Filipino mixed with Iranian, Middle Eastern, Asian, and partying. Up in the game since '09, up on the stage doing time. Ciphers we got in a parking lot. Fuck the beat, I don't care if it drops. Drop the labels, the game is a crutch. Producing myself cause I don't give a fuck. Music is free, keys under your seats like I'm up in the audience of Oprah. Now you get a song, and you get a song when you show up. I told ya, it's old bruh. When people say shit and they don't back it up, I'm right on the cusp of making it big. You know what it is, I'm down for the shit. Build that wall while I'm breaking the bitch. Kool-Aid man putting holes in the brick. Taking the pieces and making a bridge. Immigrant faces, I'm letting them in. Fuck all you racist basics, I'm breaking your faces and making changes. Defund police when there's blood in the streets. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Disband police when there's blood in the streets. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. One step forward and they took it back. Back to pay for a Hitler stash. Tear down the wall that they're trying to build. Try to stop me now, I see a scout get peeled. Less MLK, more Malcolm X. By any means, I will protest. Take the ammo from the cops and out of black kids' chest. In a school ain't a place for a bulletproof vest. You wanna make a change, get up off the sofa. Hold them off with a shield, with a soldier. Do it, don't, ain't no try, Master Yoda. Jay-Z told me, get the dirt up off my shoulder. I've been holding my craft since '03. From the 510 to CC. If you ain't gonna lead, then you better follow me. Lead us all to Nirvana, fuck all apologies. Defund police when there's blood in the streets. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Disband police when there's blood in the streets. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Defund police when there's blood in the streets. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
I'm trying. It's trippy, man. I've never really done the Mario Van Peebles thing where I'm playing guitar and rapping at the same time. So it's something I'm trying to get used to before I'm able to play live shows again. Man, it's fucked up. Like I enjoy doing the online stuff. I enjoy doing the streams, and it is just like a way to get it out and everything. But you know, honestly, like I have really bad like anxiety and agoraphobia issues, and a lot of the time I hear people say when I talk about it during quarantine and all that. I hear a lot of people saying like, oh, well, you must be having the time of your life right now because, you know, you just get to stay home and you don't have to go out. But what they don't realize is when you have a condition like that and you're trying to fight it and you have a fear of losing control, you have certain things that you do look forward to that actually helps you get that anxiety out. And not only that, but helps you branch out and become less, less of a shut-in. And for me, that was shows. You know, performing was the thing where, like, if I stayed in and I stayed home for, you know, however many days, I at least had, you know, once a week I'd go to the bar with friends and, you know, do an open mic or something, or I would have a show that I was really looking forward to. And after that show, wherever it was, if it was in Berkeley or Oakland or wherever, it forced me to get out of that comfort zone. And after I would play it, I would feel better. And, you know, the next day, I would probably feel like, okay, well, I did that last night, and I felt great. So let's keep that rhythm going, and all, you know, keep going out. And it's a perpetual motion of, you know, ridding yourself of this thing. But since we've been in quarantine, like, I haven't done any of that. And, you know, I go to the store, and that's like the trip for me out of the day. You know what I mean? So it's really a thing where I'm hoping, and I do like a lot of meditating and stuff. but it's really a thing where I'm hoping that by the time that this is all over, I'll be so done with being inside that I won't have that fear anymore, and instead I'll just be like happy to be out, but it could also go the other way. It could go where I just stay a shut-in, and like I don't want to do that. Like I want to play shows as soon as I fucking can, because that's a thing for me too, is when I was a teenager, and I still had these really bad issues, and it's fluctuated for me over the years. But when I was a teenager, I had these issues as well. And I realized pretty quickly that when I was on stage was pretty much one of the only times that I wasn't like anxious or nervous or in fear of anything. When I'm on stage, it's like all that shit just goes away, and I feel completely comfortable. I feel like the most me that I can be, and without having that, it's pretty fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. But this one is called We Rise, and it's I was listening to a lot of. There's a singer from the '60s. She was a black folk singer that I actually named my guitar after, Audetta. And she's one of my favorite. Just her voice is, it just sends chills whenever you hear it. And so this was kind of an homage to her and how I grew up listening to her. So yeah, very bluesy, old school stuff. So here we go.
Actually, in a different key. All right. That makes so much more sense. I seen this road. I seen this road so many times before. We know I've heard this song. I've heard this song as smoke gets in our eyes. We rise. They try to keep us down. We rise. We hold our signs. No more lost lives. Each name we've written on every stone shall shine. They try to keep us down. We rise. I seen those lights, sirens they howl. So tear those walls down, brick by brick, be proud. They try to keep us down. We rise. They shimmer kind for years and years, by color, creed, or love, instill fear. No more, no more. We have the floor, and we'll walk on, not be pushed like before. They try to
I can't wait to hear what the celloist and backup singers do. What I did for the actual recording was we put the high vocals on top of the low vocals, so it's like got this really cool old school dynamic to it. And then I did a thing where I put my my record player on, and I just let it crackle and just let it spin with nothing on it, and it adds like a really cool old effect to the actual recording. Once again, I'm Zach Bateman of Pretty Frankenstein. Thank you for hanging out with us, and thank you Syndicate Summer Sessions for having me. And go check out the newest song Voltaire on prettyfrankenstein.bandcamp.com. All 100% of proceeds will go to Black Lives Matter charities and organizations that go straight to the organization to help the cause. So thank you guys again, and yeah.
Jeez. Only super villain looks. Keep some big wheels rolling. Ay. Eat the cake, Tina Turner. Woo. I just had a stroke of genius like I was coked out Uma Thurman. In my method like a movie. Horror story kinda sorta.